Yo, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Now today I'm here to discuss about this brand new up and coming survival MMO game called Once Human. Now you can see here in front of me there is a closed beta test. This is actually going to be the third closed beta test. It is happening on April the 3rd, which is in a couple of days as of recording. Today is April the 1st. So yeah, April Fool's Day, happy April Fool's Day to everybody. But before we jump in and talk about the game a little bit more, I'll give you some more information. Go ahead, like, share and subscribe, and also leave me a little cheeky comment down below so that the YouTube algorithm gods can bless me. Thank you very much. Now basically, let's get into this game. So what is Once Human? So as I basically stated, Once Human is a survival based MMO looter shooter style game. So if you caught my Project Triple L video a little while ago, you would remember that I did state that lately there is a lot of these new games coming out that are not fully fledged MMORPGs, but where they are open world and they're like MMO light games where they've got survival elements, like June Awakening is another one, but they also have their third person / first person shooters as well. But they have the MMO element and MMO like features in a way to them, which is why I'm covering them on the channel, because I love MMORPGs. Of course, I love fully fledged MMORPGs, but I also do love shooting games, survival games, and just open world games in general. And this one is a beauty of a game. It's definitely different. It's definitely out there. It's a little bit wacky, and you'll see that from some of the images and some of the gameplay that I'll have rolling as I'm talking through the game. You'll see it's just, yeah, it's a little bit creepy in some aspects as well, but basically it's a post-apocalyptic world. It features an open world environment, challenging players to survive under the pressure of extreme conditions, otherworldly creatures and vicious humanity. You can build a home, you can create a team, and you can fight monsters in the deserted land with the meta's help. So, what does this mean? Basically, there is a PvP. There is PvP in this game. There is also PvE. There is actually also bosses. And of course, like it says, very simple to understand, you can basically build your own home, your own base. So there's a lot of base building elements to the game. There's also like a hub, like a world hub that you can have, that you can invite players over to so they can visit you there. And like I said, there's dedicated PvP servers or PvE if you don't want to jump in the mix and fight other players. And there's a lot more. There's factions as well. So you have different styled factions. You have the Mayfly, Blackfell, the Rosetta, Vulture, and Guerrilla. And basically I look at these as, obviously they are factions, but just like classes in a way. Obviously they're not actually like classes, but for example, the Mayfly faction, it says, is an organization to which the player belongs, live a ranger-like life. They are staunch protectors of justice and freedom, never yielding to tyranny. For survivors in a world full of madness, they are the symbol of hope and courage. So you see what I mean? It's like it's almost like a class, but not a class in a traditional MMORPG sense. And then I'll read one more for you guys and girls, like the Blackfell faction. It says the Blackfell used to be an industrial town. After the Starfall calamity, the oil workers became the actual controllers of the area, thanks to their strict rationing, work shift system, and rich oil resources. So yeah, it's very interesting. They've got their own like backstories. And then you have the deviations, which are basically the monsters that you'll come across in the world. There is arachnism, there's a treant, there's a secret servitor, a ravenous hunter, and there's other one that's called a puss. Very, very scary looking creatures, very eerie looking creatures, but very interesting as well. But then PvP wise, you can challenge other metas. So there's a stronghold contest. There's a defender and attacker battle to control the beacon area in the middle stronghold. So the capture progress will accumulate when the area is free of the opposite team, and whoever seizes the area is the winner. So it's like a like a domination sort of game mode, which is pretty damn cool, pretty fun. And of course, you're going to be fighting for the human race. So you've got lethal weapons, destructive skills to fight your way out. Battles can take place almost anywhere in the world, with deviations rummaging about the world. You're never short of enemies. So, like I said, there is a vast open world, which I'm going to show you now. Just look at this. This is the map. We have a stronghold contest area, which is, like I said, this is where you can fight the PvP zone. We have a nice swamp area here. There is a desert and wasteland biome, a forest biome, and yeah, it's a pretty decent sized map, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, very interesting. And they've got here, if you go ahead onto their website, which I'll pin this in the comment section down below for you. They have a fully fledged survival guide here to basically, like, if you're new to the survival style games, then you can go ahead and obviously take a little read here. But if you don't want to be sitting here obviously reading through this whole website and whole wiki, don't worry about that, because as I'm going to be playing the the closed beta, it's going to be up for around about 42 days, I believe they said. So I'm going to dive deep into this game, and I'm going to be making some guide videos, and as well as giving you obviously my first full impressions of the game. After it won't be up, the beta obviously starts this week, but I want to fully deep dive into the game, and I want to cover as much of the game as I possibly can before I give my obviously full review of how I feel of what's in the beta. Just bear in mind, obviously it is a closed beta. It's not the fully final polished game, so there is still a chance that things can change slightly, because they have said that they're going to obviously be taking feedback from the player base during this final, well, I'm assuming this is going to be the final beta, closed beta. Then maybe they might do one final like open beta to fully really stress test the servers, and then hopefully we will get the full release date for this game. One thing I forgot to mention, this game is on PC and it is also on mobile. Now, don't worry about that if you're thinking, oh damn, it's a mobile trash game. It's not like that. I've seen this, and you must have seen in the gameplay footage, it's been made for PC, not the other way around. It wasn't made for mobile and then ported across, so you don't have to worry about that. But yeah, it's looking very interesting. There's so much content that you can do. Like I said, we have boss fights in the game, PvP, tons of building constructions, many different weapon types and equipments, and also we have, like I said, the traditional survival elements that are based in many survival games. Now, just as I show you here, look at the types of weapons that we have. So you've got all different types here: pistols, shotguns, submachine guns, assault rifles, sniper rifles, and of course a light machine gun. Your traditional arsenal that you're going to see in a shooter-based game. There is weapon stats. We have obviously ways of customizing the weapons in the game. So loads of different mods, different sights, and things like that. So yeah, it's very interesting. There's also items and like abilities that you can use in this game. So that's why I say it's not an MMORPG as such, but it has very certain aspects of MMOs, like classes in a way, abilities, open world, PvP, PvE, things like that. And honestly, I mean, the game looks fantastic to me. I'm very excited to play it. So leave me a comment down below. Is this something that you're going to jump into? If you are, I would urge you to go ahead, join their Discord, because they have put in the exact time where what they're going to be doing is on April the 2nd, you're going to be able to go ahead go to their website, and you're going to be able to pre-download the launcher. You must do that to guarantee yourself a spot. You need to download the launcher, and you have to also create your character before Friday, before the 4th of April, sorry. If you don't create a character before the 4th of April, it will then get shut down, and then you will actually have to get a key to be able to play the game. And they said that the keys are going to be very scarce. They're not going to give out too many keys, because they're actually letting 150,000 people get into the game if you go ahead and do what I've just said. So jump into their Discord, keep an eye out on the announcements, and yeah, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Look out for some more videos from myself coming very soon. Guides, tips and tricks, the usual thing that I like to do. And of course, I'll be bringing some news about the game whenever we get any more like release date information and stuff like that. So yeah, anyway, take care everybody. I'll see you guys and girls soon. Take care. Peace.